feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is.
My squirrels. What is up? 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 How y'all doing out there today? All right, we know Fiona's gonna be out in 2 days. So I want to talk a little bit about what team comp I'm gonna be running. The team comp I'm gonna be running when it comes out is gonna be Fiona, Saki, and Alice. That's gonna be the team comp I'm gonna be running. So basically on my Saki, I'm gonna be running the Scalia, I believe, matrices. I think that's what I have on there. But yeah, I think that's one. With pretty much the two new matrices that just came out of 2.4, the ones that are going to be running on Alice and Saki. As far as Fiona, I'm not sure yet, but I found a couple matrices comps that I'm thinking about doing, and I thought I'd share with the community here. The first one would be I'll probably run. You can run like a two-piece Fiona, which if we look at it. Again, it says after successful dealing damage, that means any type of damage whatsoever, increase attack by 18%. The only downside to this is it says does not stack, so that kind of really limits what you can do with her matrices. So unless you're going to use other matrices besides this, the only matrices I can see that hers would work with would be a two-piece Fiona and maybe two-piece Lyra. But that's a maybe. The Fiona's deal with attack damage. Lyra deals with just attack. So I don't know the difference, if there's a difference between attack damage and attack. It could be sort of a difference like between attack and elemental. I'm not for sure. I have to look into that, but I'll get back to you on that one. But as far as Fiona, using her matrices, there's a possibility two-piece Fiona, two-piece Lyra. All right. The other one that I would probably use as a free-to-play, mainly because, again, I don't spend any money. It's free-to-play. Will be two-piece Fiona and maybe two-piece Saki. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of people wouldn't even use that, but, you know, as a free-to-play, you want to take advantage of as much damage as you can get. You want to take advantage of every percentage. And so just using Saki's matrices, I know the damage, it gives you a little damage, like 65% damage or whatnot, depending on, you know, the level of matrices. But using that set of matrices, the Sakis, it's a little bit extra damage. It's not nothing to write home about. It could be like a 10 to 15% hidden damage, you know. But pairing that with Fiona matrices, I think it'd probably do pretty good. But that's only if you're using Fiona's matrices. Alright. But there are a couple combinations I would like to talk about here real quick, and I'll get to them. The first set would be two-piece Lyra, which gives, as you can see here, 13% attack. And this says all attack. Alright. The one reason you'll probably see me recommend Lyra's matrices on a lot of sets is for the simple fact is it doesn't have that quotation or explanation point that says cannot stack, you know. So with Lyra matrices, you can stack with any other matrices out there pretty much, unless it says not able to stack, you know. Which is why I will always recommend Lyra's matrices. You know, you get that 13% attack bonus, plus you get that 100% healing to lower your HP. So I will always recommend Lyra's matrices. But for Fiona, I'm probably gonna pair either two-piece Lyra matrices with probably a two-piece Claudia. You know, as you can see here, there is no stipulation on that about not able to stack. So I think using two-piece Lyra and two-piece Claudia, I think would be a good combination. The other combination I was thinking about, and I don't have it up here, but I'll bring it up. Thought I had it on here, but I didn't. Two-piece Fenrir with a two-piece Lyra. You know, you're getting that 13% all attack on whoever has that weapon, you know, had that matrices on, 13% attack, plus you got that 14% crit damage, you know, added to whatever crit numbers that you have. I think that'll be actually a good combination there. Not the best, but you know, it's something there. So close that one out. The next one I'd like to talk about will be two-piece Claudia, right? Again, when you're mid-air, you get that 13% bonus. And as you know, Fiona has 2 aerial attacks, converging ripples, when she actually floats just slightly above the ground, and then torrential convergence, when she floats even higher above ground. All right, that's torrential convergence, I believe, would be considered an aerial attack. So pairing a two-piece Claudia with a two-piece Lyra, I think you pretty much, I guess, I believe that those 2 damages will add up to each other. Again, there's no stipulation stating that it does not stack, so I believe that 13% plus that 13% will actually add up to that 26%. I will have to test it out and see how that goes, but if it goes, I'll do an update video to this and let you know how that turns out. Another one would be that we can try to use would be two-piece Claudia, again with the aerial attack, the torrential convergence, with a two-piece Samir. All right, because she's in the air, she's constantly hitting. I think she hits them, but maybe about 12 or 13 times when she's in the air, when she's using the little water snakes. She hits them about 12 or 13 times. So using Samir, for each one of those hits, it stacks up 1% to a maximum of 10%, or a maximum of 20. So I think that would actually be extra damage on top of that. So you're looking at the two-piece Claudia, 13% damage on that with the 10% Samir. Again, it doesn't state that it's not stackable, so that should give you somewhere in between of 23% damage and 33% damage, depending on how your matrices are. So I think that'll be a good combination. The next combination would be a two-piece Lyra. Again, as I said, I'll always go back to this Lyra because there's no stipulation on it, and you're automatically getting that 13% off the bat. And two-piece Fenrir. I think I did that one. Yeah, we did that one. Let's go to this one. I think would be a two-piece Shiro. The only thing I don't like about this is there is a stipulation. You know, the HP has to be more than 50%. Once you get to that 50%, that 49% threshold, that matrix just cuts off. The effects just goes away, and so that's kind of a stipulation. I don't, you know, that's too situational. So I wouldn't recommend that. But you can use the two-piece Shiro and the two-piece Crow on that. Again, I don't like to use those or recommend that really, mainly because both of those are situational. You know, to increase that crit damage, you have to have less than 60% HP, right? For that Crow matrix to kick in, and that's too situational. And I'd rather, from the beginning to the end, I'd rather have all the damage up front. I don't like the situational that you have to have such and such A and such B in order to attain such and such C. So that's one. The final one that I would definitely recommend, that I probably will use, it's probably gonna be my favorite, but more likely I will be using this. It's gonna be the two-piece Lyra. Again, I will always recommend the two-piece Lyra because they're automatically 13% damage plus the 100% hidden the lower your health is, and a two-piece Coco. Right? It's not ideal to use this, but you got to think, if as a free-to-play and you need a lot of healing, you're not doing a lot of damage, you're doing a lot of healing, I think both of these together will actually work out. You know, I think it'll give you that extra healing. The healing may not be, you know, gigantic, but it should be enough to keep you in the game and keep you helping out the team. But I think those would be the ones I like to talk about. Again, as I go over, you can use the two-piece Lyra and the two-piece Claudia, and that work good with Convergent Ripples attack or torrential convergence attack. The two-piece Fenrir and the two-piece Lyra, I think that'll be good. The two-piece Claudia, two-piece Samir is kind of niche. but I think that's probably gonna be one of the best ones. Got your two-piece Lyra, two-piece Mirror, again, two-piece Shiro, two-piece Crow. That's very niche, but again, that one's too situational, so that's not something I would definitely recommend. Or one I'm thinking about as a healer, a two-piece Lyra and a two-piece Coco. All right, those are the ones I think would be the best ones to use. If you're gonna use Fiona's matrices, the two best, maybe the three best ones you can use would be two-piece Fiona, two-piece Fenrir, two-piece Fiona, two-piece Lyra, and two-piece Fiona and two-piece Saki. Those would be my recommendations for if you're going to use the Fiona matrices, mainly because you can't stack, it's not additive, you can't stack on top of the damage that you're getting from the Fiona matrices, so it makes it kind of hard to recommend other ones that can complement that in such a good way. But again, once it comes out, I'm gonna do some testing with it, and I'll get back to you. I'll make another video and put out my findings. But other than that, my little thoughts on this. And until then, run the world, my squirrels, and I am out.